Let me take the lead on this. I know him better.
This is...
Thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever.
This is gonna be
As
crazy.
long as we get answers.
Are we gonna get answers? That's not a good sign.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
God, this guy creeps me out. Right?
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
Hear his voice? Oh, what are we gonna hit him with? Oh.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
Whoa.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Fuck. Oh, okay.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's got to fix the mess he made, one way or another.
I mean, like, isn't he? What's he gonna do? He sounds pretty fucking crazy. Let's try this. Let's see what he says.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face.
You don't panic, burn a place down.
Something.
It's like planned to do that. About the barn, okay.
Hey, you hearing me?
Yep. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
No shit.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
Let's try the other one. I just want to see what they say.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Allie. I'd rather not think about it.
Okay, here we go. Now we'll see, like, I mean, I guess we know his true colors, but we'll see his true colors.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
Oh yeah, that excuses it. I mean, like...
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up!
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman.
Oh god, here we go.
And she'd been so many places and done so many things.
They're just disgusted by him.
The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign.
Who cares about your freaking
Am I wrong?
campaign?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Oh, this is interesting.
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
God, I'm really into this story. It's really, it just feels real, you know?
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? It's his fault. It's his fault.
So what exactly was her plan? Like, what was she trying to do with the gun? Because according to him, she didn't see him there. Was it just a complete break? Oh.
Mad Hunter.
He just didn't do anything?
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay. But, like, I mean, that... It wasn't self-defense, but she was defending him. And wouldn't that have been obvious to him there? Like, I mean, I guess he could hear her say, "I'm not gonna hurt you," but... It looked to her like...
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Oh, maybe he's misremembering?
Be smart about this, Alyson. Are you sure you want this to get out?
I think it's time for everything to
You've
come
got
out.
way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
We already told our uncle.
And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just give Get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
I think it's pretty obvious to me that all these lies have caused more destruction than just telling the truth would have. Like, oh man. Wouldn't it have looked to her like she was going to kill him unless she heard her say,
Allie,
I'm not going to hurt you?
You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you?
I did get the impression that she was still hiding something, so.
Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
She remembering it completely now?
She had a gun pointed at me.
Is this where we get to make
She
a choice?
chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
Oh, don't make me
Yes,
choose.
It's possible.
Don't make me choose, please. That's
Fuck.
too much pressure.
I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just
Move on.
have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Huh.
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you.
Huh.
No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it.
Don't make me choose.
Okay?
Like, what's the other... The thing is, like, if I have to choose her, what's the other reason she would have... Why would she have the gun? Was she gonna go... The one that makes the most sense to me is that she... I don't know. Believe Tom's version. Fuck that shit.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stick to your memory. Mary Ann threatened Tyler. I mean...
Going to kill you.
I think I'm gonna stick to our memory. Mary Ann threatened Tyler.
Kill you.
Is there another? There's no other option, right? Why would we believe Tom?
Kill you.
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna believe Tom.
Going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. No, don't do this. Mom, no. Alyson, this isn't what...
They made it. Oh, they made it so that it was like Tom.
lying.
I don't. Oh God, that's so hard.
Mary Ann couldn't face being separated from her kids again. And the only way to make sure that never happened was for all of us to go together.
Huh.
I know it in my heart. I saved you. I saved us.
I know. You did the right thing. You want to go back inside?
What's the right answer? What's the right answer? I feel like I would believe my own memory over Tom's. Like, Tom... Not a trustworthy person. But we were a kid. Ooh, it's tough. She doesn't feel good about it at all.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
Is that in a paper bag? You don't have to put in a paper bag when you're inside your house.
Cheers, I guess.
Cheers. I wonder what happens if you pick the other one.
I can't believe Tom thought we'd buy that story. And that I almost did.
Yeah, I still can't believe he and Mary Ann. What the hell did she see in him?
She was probably just really, really lonely after she lost Leah.
Also looking
I
for...
could never get that lonely.
Yeah. Looking for something.
Listen, with everything that's been going on, it got me thinking about our voice. Like, that maybe we should stop using it.
What?
I just don't trust it, and I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Mary Ann and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts.
Is that because of the
Life.
connection?
You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us
I kind of agree with Tyler's saying.
us.
There's been a lot of emotional turmoil that probably caused the issues, right?
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he
What
plotted
do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Is that it? Oh, is that it? Okay, I figured there had to be more. 6 months later. Okay, cool. I was like, they can't just end it there. What happens with Becky and Michael and the house and the... Are they gonna move? Like, what's gonna happen? 6 months later. Ah, haircut. Went trim. I kind of like the flowy style, but I'm partial to that because that's kind of what my hair looked like. A little bit longer though, or looks like, I should say.
One last look. I'm good to go.
So I'm wondering how our decisions. Oh, that looks really cool. Wonder how our decisions are going to impact stuff because this is feeling like a resolution, right?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
Huh. Oh, she's in Juneau. I assume we get to ask all
How's
these.
Juneau?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened,
Observatory?
I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your
I'm nodding.
therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
Let's hear about Tom.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch.
Oh, feels good.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Alyson mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
So we get to look around the house one more time.
I hope the next goblin family bakes a lot of sand pies in this.
Aw.
Hey there, little buddies. You keep an eye on this place for us.
Oh, there's
okay?
eggs. Cool. Well, we don't want to leave yet. We have in there plant, bag. Okay, we got the doll thing. Let's look around here. The carving still here? No, plants. Oh, this also gives us a chance to do another reading, right? I can't remember which ones we haven't done yet. It's been a few days. We did the Ice King, right? We did the Pelican Forgives the Goblins. The Ice Troll, I don't think we did. The goblins meet the Ice Troll. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, the crafty goblins were awake long after they should have been asleep. One goblin said to the other, "Let's go explore the forest." Now, the goblins were not in the habit of exploring the forest late at night, and they did not know what they would find. But this did not scare them off. They crept out of their beds, bundled up, and went exploring. It was dark. The light of the moon was just enough to keep them from walking into trees. But they could not see more than 15 feet in front of them. Every time a twig snapped or branches rattled, they considered turning back, but they didn't. And so, they had ventured far beyond the house into a part of the forest they were not familiar with, when they realized the snapping of twigs and the rattling of branches had become steady. Something was following them. They turned to run, but a hulking figure emerged from the darkness, sweeping them up with a giant hand and stuffing them into a burlap sack. The goblins wiggled and cried out, but the sack remained shut as their captor stomped through the forest singing, "Whittle-diddle-dum, whittle-diddle-dee, in this bag's a meal for me." After a lot of thumping and thudding, the bag opened and the goblins were dumped into a giant iron pot full of warming water. A huge troll stood overhead, grinning down at them through long, bushy white eyebrows. "I am the ice troll, and you are my dinner." He readied to cook the goblins, singing, "Whittle-diddle-dum, dum-de-dee, there's soon to be a soup for me." Finishing his ditty, he bent over to, I like that word, ditty. He bent over to stoke the fire beneath the pot and let out a loud noise of pain, rubbing a spot on his back that always ached. The troll stood painfully and walked over to a stone shelf where he began to chop potatoes. One of the goblins had an idea. She whispered to her brother, "Follow my lead." The goblin stretched out in the water, floating and letting out sighs of contentment. "Ah," said one of the goblins, "this is the most relaxed I've ever been. My body feels so good. I think I could run 100 miles without stopping," said the second. The troll peered at them. They weren't supposed to be happy about being in the cookpot, but they certainly looked like they were. "Troll," said the goblins, "if your back is hurting, you should try sitting in the water just for a little bit before it gets too hot." The troll stomped over. "But if I take you out, then you will escape, and there would be no soup for me." "Put us back in the shack," suggested the goblins. "Then we can't run away." This made sense to the troll. The spot on his back that always ached was still bothering him, and the goblins couldn't go anywhere if they were trapped. So he stuffed the goblins back in the sack and climbed into the soup pod. He stretched out and let out a sigh of contentment. Meanwhile, the goblins threw themselves around in the sack until it began to swing. The troll was so relaxed he didn't even notice. The bag dropped onto the shelf where the troll had been chopping potatoes, and the goblins pushed it up against the edge of the troll's knife, sawing a hole. Then they made a break for it. The troll finally noticed what they were doing and roared out in anger. But he was so relaxed that when he tried to chase them, he tumbled out of the cookpot and into the flames, catching his bushy eyebrows on fire. The goblins ran and ran and ran as fast as they could through the ancient and deep forest until they were back in their cave and safe in their beds. They vowed never to venture out in the ancient and deep forest late at night again, for they did not think they'd get so lucky as to trick the ice troll twice. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins met the ice troll. and why they never did again. Oh, I don't think we did the muskrat. And then I don't think we did the hand, gets his hand back. Let's just read all of them now, so that way we could say that we read all the stories. The goblins trick the muskrat. Once upon a time in a deep ancient wood, there lived a muskrat. The muskrat was a lazy, cowardly creature who did little but lay around in the sun, cleaning his beautiful coat until it shone. One day, the muskrat found the crafty goblins playing King of the Mountain on his favorite rock. He was too cowardly to confront them directly, and so he retreated to a safe distance and then pitched a stone right at a hornet's nest hanging overhead. One of the goblins saw him do it, but before she could say anything, the hornets emerged, furious, and chased the goblins away, stinging them. With the rock empty, the muskrat claimed his spot. When the goblins returned, they asked the muskrat, "Why did you do that?" "I don't know what you're talking about," he said, turning away to ignore them. The goblins knew that the muskrat cared for nothing but his coat, so they devised to steal it in order to teach him a lesson. As the muskrat lay in the sun, he spied the goblins striding by. Their skin was covered in flecks of gold. "Goblins," called the muskrat. "What happened to make your skin shine that way?" "When we were attacked by the hornets, we ran and ran until we found a pool by the glacier. We dove in and then came out this way." Would you show me this pool?" asked the muskrat. The crafty goblins led the muskrat to a pool. The muskrat looked at the pool skeptically. "It looks like a pool," he said. The goblins chuckled and shrugged. "You don't have to jump in if you don't want to. But what do you have to lose if you try? And if it works, why, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole of the forest." With visions of his splendid coat in mind, the muskrat jumped in. When he emerged, he was disappointed to find that nothing had changed. Said one goblin. "Maybe you have to be stung by the hornets first, just like us?" The muskrat hesitated because getting stung would be painful. Seeing his hesitation, the goblin added, "If it works, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole of the forest." The muskrat decided it was worth it, so he returned to the hornet's nest and pitched a stone right at it. The hornets emerged, even more furious this time. They chased the muskrat, stinging him repeatedly until he jumped into the magic pool. The muskrat was disappointed to find that once again nothing had changed. "I wonder if the magic only works for us," said one of the goblins. "Would you like me to jump in with your coat?" The muskrat hesitated. "If it works, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole of the forest." With visions of his splendid coat in mind, the muskrat agreed. He slipped it off and handed it to the goblins. Without his coat, the muskrat was pale and covered in scabbing welts. Instead of jumping in the pool, one of the goblins ran away with the coat, laughing. The other pushed Muskrat into the frigid pool, and as water splashed the goblin, the gold flecks ran, revealing that they had only ever been painted on. The muskrat cried so pitifully and made such a clamor that he awoke the Ice King, who came down to the forest to see what had happened. When the Ice King saw the muskrat, he laughed, only further infuriating the creature. "Tell me what happened," said the Ice King. Both the muskrat and the goblins told their sides of the story, and the Ice King considered the case before him. "It is true that the muskrat is vain, and he thinks of nothing but himself," concluded the Ice King. "But he needs something to keep him warm in the water and the snow." So the Ice King was decided. The muskrat would get his coat back, but it would be patchy and unkempt. After that day, he became known as the mangry, the mangy muskrat, sorry. The mangry. And that is how the goblins tricked the muskrat into giving up his coat and how he got his name. Oh, that's a good story. Okay, I'm pretty sure we didn't read this one. The Mad Hunter gets his hand back. Once upon a time, in a deep and cold lake near the ancient forest, there lived an old seal who was a powerful witch. After angering the Ice King, she had been bound to the lake, allowed only to venture out when the moon was full. And only looking like the hag she truly was. For years she dreamed, maybe we did read this one when we did the last puzzle. For years she dreamed of vengeance, all alone within the deep lake, among the corpses of her many previous victims. One night she awoke to see a black and hooded silhouette clawing to reach a beautiful gown full of stone. Beautiful gown full of stone. Okay. The human had delved far deeper into the lake than any land dweller should have been able to go. His tenacity and ferociousness impressed the moon hag, and she decided he would be wasted in her statuary of corpses. She used her magic to enspell him. allowing him to breathe underwater, but also binding him to her service. Okay, I think we did read this, right? Perfect planet, Ice Kings. Yeah, it was like growing back a hand. It's gonna be while it's striding toward her. So. Jagged peak voice. Yeah, we did read that. Okay, I think we've read them all then. You guys can, if I did miss that one, you guys can read it there. You can just pause the video, but I'm pretty sure we got that one. Okay. Just gonna do a tour around the house and then we'll go in. Kind of like, oh, it's really nice. The snow's gone. What's this?
I'm sorry we're leaving you alone out here.
Oh. This is the tree, right? It's so sad.
Bye, Leo.
Everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
Snow's melted on the mountains as well. You still have got that glacier. You're a plane in the background. I think that was when we saw the picture before. I think it was this house. It's just before the
time to move on.
Before the dock and the houseboat was built. Nothing to look at out here. This has been just an amazing experience, everyone. Thank you for sharing it with me. I thought that the story was, I mean, we'll see where, if anything else happens. This feels kind of like a epilogue. Wait, can I go up to this? Underneath the house? I really like just how natural everything felt. In terms of the story. Can't go in through there. Everything's cleared out. Let's just check out down here. Sound of the water. It's nice. I would love to live in a place like this, actually.
Still no beavers. Well, I'm right behind you guys.
Yeah, we're taking off too. I also wonder what they're gonna do with this. I guess this is just like a one-off game. Like I'm wondering if they're gonna continue with these characters. I think that would be cool.
I should grab the rest of my stuff before I head out.
Oh, it's like I really want that doorknob. Fond memories of that doorknob.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Ah, Lost. Does Delos... Oh, I can read it. Delos Crossing. Thomas Vecchi loses mayoral election against current mayor Leslie Scow. Mayor Leslie Scow declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger Thomas Vecchi. So I wonder what came out about him. With almost 68% of the votes, Scow's triumph was the widest margin of victory in Delos Crossing history. Her rival, local business owner and Locust, Vecchi sparked much debate in the community over his gun control policies, but Scow's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. Many in the community say her re-election came as no surprise. According to sources close to the city council, Scow invited Vecchi to join her mayoral cabinet, but Vecchi refused. Vecchi declined to comment on the election results, except to say that he plans to focus on his family and other business pursuits. Some in the community were baffled by his comments, given the recent shuttering of Vecchi's business, the highly popular Tessa's Cafe, managed by his wife Tessa Vecchi. In a separate statement, Mrs. Vecchi announced she was ending her thriving business to focus on personal and spiritual matters. But then they broke up, right? Wait, there's something else there about the chief.
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Ah, there we go. Dearest Tyler and Alyson, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport, where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband. I've never been able to forgive Mary Ann for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children, and I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. When I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering. Huh. And I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. Oh, man. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life. Something that Mary Ann had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other, always. In his steps, Tessa. Didn't we already forgive you? Now you want us to forgive you again? I don't know. I don't know. She knew. She knew, right? She did what she did anyways. Tessa and Tom are... Those two characters are hard for me to relate to. Oh. What's this? Oh, look at that picture in the top left. Oh, this is what's happened in the last 6 months, I guess. Some of the, 'cause there's the observatory in the top right. Taking all of them, I guess. Roller derby. Birthday with the new haircut. Got the pictures. Says, hey goblins, word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed. There's nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. I like you could see the different writing, like you could like see how they write in the way that they speak, like the difference between Sam and Tessa's writing. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. Yes, I wish it was easy to fix everything as a boat. Wasn't very good at fixing boats too, though. It seemed, right? Is it just me? I kind of, at the end of the day, I sympathize a lot with Sam.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Is this the stuff that I can't can't remember, like, we chose to sell some stuff and leave some stuff and take some stuff. I'm not sure if this is one of the things. Trash some stuff and, like... Oh, winter to summer. It's neat. Probably want to take this. Chattington app. Chatting with Michael. Michael says, must be a relief to finally be done with that place. Tyler, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Michael, traffic in Delos. Only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Tyler, damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Michael, don't die. I'll keep it warm. See you in a few. Tyler, big smiley face. I don't think I can do anything else. Oh, I think I can figure out his password just by the keys that are worn out. It's ASDETN. It's Asdeton. The ladder to... No, I guess you could climb up there. If you needed to. We've already been out there. We don't need to go outside. Delos Crossing most wanted escapes. Fuzzy Bandit puts mail at peril once again. That's the best. Take that. No? You don't want to take that? Okay. I would take it. Should we go upstairs? I guess we'll go in here first. Oh, I missed this. Juneau University. Join us. Apply now. Send picture to Alyson. Wow, it's totally empty. The puzzle's still in place, though. That's kind of cool. I would love a house like that. Has like a puzzle door. I wonder how, like, doesn't have anything on the back, eh? Let's check upstairs, and then I guess we're taking off. I like this ending. It just lets you kind of think about what you've been through, see the house again, see that there's like a path to moving on. You can come to terms. Oh, look at that.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
There's like a paper plane there. Yeah, it's a little run down, eh? That's funny.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon?
The hell is he talking about?
For posterity.
Is there? Okay. I don't know what the man on the moon thing was supposed to be a reference to. I think that's it. We've been to all the rooms. Leave the house for good. I'm sure I missed like 20 things. You guys are all going to tell me about it.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess. Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
That was a good way to end it, because we got resolution. A lot of the things I wanted to know about. Thank you all so much for watching with me. I'm going to let the credits run. If you did enjoy me playing through this game, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and you can click on the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what people say. You can follow me on Twitter at Luckless LoveLock. You can see the link down in the description. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll find out when I post new vids and when I go live on twitch.tv/LucklessLoveLocks. If you're really enjoying my stuff, you can become a member of the channel. If you become a member, you get access to emotes and stuff that you can use in the comments section now. They just added that. And also, if it's for $5 or more, you can get access to higher quality vids on my website, LucklessLoveLocks.com. You can actually hook your YouTube account up to that site, and if you support for $5 or more, you'll get access to the high quality vids, which is like the raw recordings that I do. This game was a lot of fun. I'll talk a bit more about it on the flip side of the credits. I'm going to be quiet during the rest of the credits out of respect for the developers, because without them, I wouldn't have a channel. So don't forget to give them some love and check out this game if you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comment section how things turned out differently for you if you do play it. See you on the flip side, everybody, where I'll give you some more thoughts about the game. It might take a while. These are long credits. Hey, we're back. So, of course, we got the decisions. Tyler and Alyson. Alyson was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 16% forced the chest open. 84% completed the puzzle. Interesting. I didn't even know you could force the chest open. Huh. Okay. Alyson felt that standing by the twins' memory was the right thing. 60% believed in Tom's... Really? Wow. 60% believed in Tom's testimony. 40% believed in the twins' memory. I guess it's because they didn't want to... I guess people didn't want to believe that Marianne could get to that point where she could do that, right? That's kind of crossed my mind too. Huh. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about that. Because things really did seem to me to point to a break, right? But it's so hard to imagine that someone could get to that point. That's interesting. I thought it would be the other way around, but the twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Oh, so this is based on... This must have been based on your choices. It's how often you chose to, like, believe the other person. That's whether or not you decided to... Hold on. Okay. Interesting. So every time that icon appeared, there's a few times where I picked the other one, maybe like two or three times. Eddie Brown. Eddie was relieved that Alyson accepted responsibility in the murder. 65% confessed the truth. 35% did not confess the truth. Sam felt understood by Alyson. 70% listened and 30% confronted Sam with his addiction. Huh. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think it would have... I don't think either of those choices are bad. Michael Abila? Michael felt closer to Tyler. 69% kissed Michael. 69! 31% did not kiss Michael. Okay. I really thought they did a good job of treating these serious issues with respect. In my eyes. That's it, everybody. I really love this game. I thought it felt, like I said, the story felt very real. Like it flowed from the characters and the world. I find a lot of drama stories are like a bit too over the top. Like they'll set up twists and turns that don't really make any sense if you think about them. And I thought this is pretty good at like having like twists and surprises, but also not making me roll my eyes at them, which I really appreciated. I thought DONTNOD really stepped up their lighting game in this. Like the lighting was so cool and the colors they used. The environments were really nice looking. I think I found sometimes the eyes were a little bit dead in the characters. It's so hard to do though. But the models looked really nice and the animations were pretty good. The characters, really interesting. I also liked that not all the main characters had things that were really likable about them, but also some things that maybe were less likable, which is nice because that's the way people are. People aren't just like all likable or all unlikable. I guess Vecchi was pretty much all unlikable, but at first you're kind of like, when you first talk to Vecchi, he kind of seems like a good guy, right? So you go like, that's the way people are. You learn more about them and you learn what they're really like. And they aren't just good or bad. There's facets to everyone's character. Sometimes they're good in some situations and do bad things in others. So I appreciate that about actually a lot of the DONTNOD games. They deal a lot with this like theme of you don't understand why people act the way that they act until you really understand what they've been through or feel the way that they feel or express things the way that they express them until you really know them. And someone you might think is doing evil or has like beliefs that you might not agree with, there could be a reason for that, right? And I think that's an important thing to remember, that some people behave differently than they normally would given their past history and what's going on in their lives. Yeah, I guess that's a really good, well-contained story. So I think I would be cool to see these characters do something else, but I'm not sure where they would take it. They could just have some kind of other story going on in their like daily lives. I would be cool to play that, but other than that, I really appreciate, if they're not going to do that, I appreciate this like tight story about like he said, Tyler, the circle of grief, but also I think it was about lies and how they can destroy people's lives if they're not dealt with, if they're not confronted with those lies. If you just let them simmer and people just sweep it under the rug, it can just destroy people's lives. Like, it can end up destroying people's lives. I thought that was one of the themes. But let me know what you guys think about. I'm particularly curious about what you guys think about Mary Ann. Like, I thought that at the end of the day, like, I made that choice, but it still feels like you still have that feeling we'll never really know what actually happened, right? So Alyson and Tyler came up with their own truth to a certain degree, but we can't really know for sure. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I always look for constructive criticism as well on my my style or any of the technical parts of the recording as well. So let me know in the comment section. This is going to be it. I'm looking forward to DONTNOD's next project, which isn't it like Twin Mirrors? I think that's coming out, I want to say like earlier on next year, or is it coming out with the new consoles? I'm not sure. Looking forward to that. I love DONTNOD stuff. This is Luckless LoveLinks signing off for good on Tell Me Why, unless they make more games. I'll see you on the next one, everybody, and I love you all.